So I did more lazy curls today because it's not even that I didn't have time, I just didn't want to curl all of my hair. So I put my hair in a braid overnight and then I curled the front sections and like 3 pieces in the back. It took me 5 minutes. I may never curl my full head of hair ever again. Because quite honestly, I have more important things in the morning, like drinking coffee and watching a lot of Dora reruns.
Delicioso!
Hello everyone! I'm here again to share with you guys another one of my $100 gift cards, what would I buy kind of videos. And I wanted to do this time MAC. Last time I did Sephora, I thought I would stick to kind of makeup specific locations to start with. If you guys have any requests for other ones that I can do, leave them in the comment section below of what you would want to see next. But in this video, in case you missed my Sephora one, I will put that up in the cards for you guys in case you're interested in watching that one as well. But it is for all of you guys out there that may have gotten gift cards for Christmas or for birthdays or whatever the occasion may be, and you don't really know what to spend it on. I know I would spend hours kind of pouring through the Sephora website and kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to spend this. Do I want to spend it on like a foundation that I know is really good? Do I want to spend it on something cool and new? So that's what I wanted to do with MAC products today and kind of share with you some of my favorite tried and true products and also some products that I think are fabulous and really, really fun because, I mean, it's a gift card. You want to spend it on fun stuff. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And without further ado, let's get into this. So I had a moment there. My computer restarted and I thought it like dropped the whole file that I had put together with all the prices of everything, but no, they're still there. Whew. And so we will get into the first product, and I think what I want to talk about first is this eyeshadow that I'm obsessed with. It is in the shade Nylon. It is this shade right here, which is a beautiful, beautiful highlight shade, and it just goes on like butter on the skin. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now, and it just makes you look more awake. It's such a nice product if you just want to kind of sweep a little bit on your eyes just to brighten the whole area up. It's gorgeous. It's not glittery. It's just got a nice sheen to it, so it's not super sparkly. It's really nice for every day, and I am in love with this. Now, I do recommend not doing what I did here, where I bought just the single thing, because I'm like, I don't have one of those like little like Z palette things. I'm gonna just buy the single, it's fine. But no, when I actually went through the process of pricing all of this out, actually a refill pan is only $6 and altogether it's like $16 or $17. So you're like spending $10 on packaging. I'm sorry, but the packaging should not equal more than the price of the eyeshadow inside. There are tons of different Z palettes that you can buy. You can buy them from Sephora. I'm sure you can get them from MAC as well if you wanted to spend your money on that. I know they have little baby ones from Sephora. I think they're $10 or $12, I want to say. So if you want to do that, that would be a great way of doing this, but I think that's a way better investment than spending your money on the packaging. So in summary, it's a gorgeous eyeshadow. You need it in your life. Next up is a blush. And again, I failed and didn't have a Z palette. I went all Canadian on you for a second. Z palette, that's not what it's called. I didn't have a Z palette, and so again, I bought the packaging, and really do not do this. It is such a waste of your money. This is in the shade Melba. It's a beautiful matte coral peach and just looks gorgeous on the cheeks. I don't know what it is, but like you can see it's super pigmented, but it blends out really, really easily, I promise. I find it looks beautiful if I have super pale skin or if I have self tanner on. It looks beautiful in both situations. It's really nice for every day because it just warms up the whole complexion. So if I don't want to go into the whole like super bronzy effect kind of a look, if it's looking too muddy with my super pale skin or something like that, this is a really nice option just because it adds that nice warmth without all the muddiness. It isn't too coral and it isn't too peachy. It's that nice sort of a neutral version of it. So it's very, very wearable and you can kind of get away with pretty much every look with it. I wouldn't go super cool tone on the eyes or the lips or anything like that to wear this color. Like I'm not wearing it on my cheeks right now, but it is a nice everyday staple and I really, really enjoy it. Next up is a MAC classic, and this is their Fix Plus, their Prep and Prime spray. I use this non-stop. It is so ridiculously good. This is probably my second or probably my third bottle if I'm being honest. And there are a number of different reasons that I love this particular product so much. So number one, you can kind of mist it over the face. It is a good setting spray. It's going to lock all your makeup in place and it's not going to budge all day. The other reason I like it is because it has glycerin in it, so when you spray it on your brushes and you kind of put it into like a glittery eyeshadow, for example, and then press it onto your lid, it's going to do a much better job of adhering that glitter to your lid, like assuming you have a primer on and everything, but it's just going to pack it on. It's going to like punch up the pigmentation. And the other thing I do is I spritz it onto a damp beauty blender and then I like press it under any areas where I'm getting super cakey, and it's just going to refresh everything. It's going to make it not look cakey, and it's also going to make sure that it stays put in that particular area, and it's not going to peel up your makeup either. I even use it if I want a really punchy highlight on my cheeks as well. I will spritz it onto my highlighting brush and then dust it on, and it just looks beautiful. So overall for me, I think this is a fantastic investment. You can either get the full one if you want. For this particular video, I included the travel size one because it fits in your purse if you want to use it for like quick touch-ups throughout the day and kind of refresh your makeup. But it's also nice because then you can test it out, you can see if you like it, and then if you really like it, you can invest in the larger size. Overall, great product, highly recommend it. Another product I would recommend if you have a gift card to MAC is the paint pot, and in particular the one Bare Study, which has a beautiful, very subtle shimmer to it. And I don't know what it is, but when you put it on underneath your eye makeup, it just makes everything just a touch more glowy, but without any glitteriness, you know? It's a gorgeous product. It has a nice sheen to it. This is a brand new one. This is one I got 2 weeks ago, I wanna say, to replace my other one. So that's a swipe on my hand right there. Look how pretty that is. So I will use this 2 different ways. Number one, I will just use it kind of as a wash all over my eyelids if I'm doing like a no makeup look, and it's just a nice way to cancel out any redness or any like spider veininess to your eyes and just make it nice and beautiful and awake. And the other purpose, I use it as a primer for your eyeshadows. It's going to help your eyeshadow to adhere to your eye a lot better. It's going to help your eyeshadows to blend out a lot easier and smoother on the eyes. Another option if you want something more matte is soft ochre. I also had that one. I found that that one in particular tends to dry out a lot faster than Bare Study. I don't know if it's the fact that it's matte versus shimmer. I don't know if anyone else has had that issue. Just make sure that you keep this product like really tightly sealed because it will dry out pretty quickly otherwise. They have tons of different shade options as well, ranging from super light to super dark, metallics, everything in between, that are all amazing. These are the ones that I recommend because they're easier for me for every day, especially if I'm using them as a primer. And just, yeah, I really enjoy them. I'd also recommend checking out the lipsticks from MAC. Now, I've had sort of a hit or miss kind of experience with the MAC lipsticks. There are a lot of them that I find that pull at the lips. They're overly drying. They just don't sit really nicely on the lips and feel very waxy. But the ones I want to share with you guys today are amazing. I'm going to share some really bright options, some darker options, as well as some more nude everyday shades, depending on what you wear more of or what you want to kind of experiment more with. So the one that I have on my lips right now is called Girl About Town, which is a really pretty bright fuchsia. It is loud, it is bright, but it's not too aggressive because it has a little bit of a deeper undertone, so I find it's still wearable for day or night. And the formula is really great too. It just glides on beautifully, super pigmented. The next one is Rebel, which is a classic. A lot of people swear by this one, especially in the fall and winter. It is that nice, they call it like a mid-tone creamy plum shade, and that's exactly what it feels like on the lips. It's not too pigmented that you like swipe it on, you're like, oh my gosh, that's really dark. But it does give that nice vampy effect that's really pretty in the fall time. That's what I tend to gravitate towards in that particular season. And it's not too dry and chalky. There are some other ones that I have. I think Cyber is one of them. It's super dark, really heavy, and once you get it on, it looks great, and definitely really bold. But the formula is a little bit more on the chalkier side than this one. This one's super smooth. Another bright option that I find is really good for day or night is Up the Amp, and they describe this on the website as a lavender violet cream. I love that it has this sort of a gray, cool toned violet shade to it. It makes it, for me at least, like super wearable for the daytime, and it's just that nice bright but still subdued kind of a look, and I really like the formula. And lastly is the shade Modesty, which is one of my favorite neutral MAC lipstick shades. I find most of them tend to be really warm toned and they just don't look right on my pale skin. This one, however, is that nice neutral muted pink that it just works really well for basically any look that I'm going for. It is a cream sheen formula. It's got that nice muted tone to it. It's just a beautiful staple lipstick for every day. So those are probably my favorites of the bunch. The other one, if you want something that's more warm tone, one that people talk about a lot but is actually quite nice, is Velvet Teddy. I find it to be a warmer version of Modesty. So you can see kind of the difference there. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more of that kind of a warm tone to it. that brown sort of a 90s lip, you know? So this brings our total up to $74. So now I want to kind of show you guys two different options. So one, you go over by $7, and then the other one you're under by $3. I'm sorry, I just couldn't make it to like exactly $100. So the first option, if you don't mind going over by $7, is the MAC highlight. This is in the shade Lightscapade. They call it sort of a multi-dimensional beige. Some of my girlfriends that are makeup artists use this on all of their clients that are brides because it's that nice, like lit from within, not too glittery, but that nice sheen that looks fresh and dewy. And the other option, if you want to bring the total up to $97, is to buy another lipstick and another eyeshadow. So you could choose one of the other lipsticks that I mentioned before. And then in terms of another eyeshadow, there are a bunch that I really enjoy. Soft brown is that golden sort of a peachy matte brown, which looks really nice in the crease. I also like Floof, which is a super icy, bright off-white, gorgeous, gorgeous in the inner corners. I think it's more on the pinkier side than Nylon. Nylon's more in that yellow tone, but both are really nice as other options. So those are some of the ones that I really enjoy. I will put more down below if you guys are interested in some other options, but that's kind of the route that I would go. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more of these sort of $100, what would I buy gift card videos. That made no sense at all, but you know what I'm talking about. And leave me a comment below and let me know what you guys want me to do next. Maybe like the Target makeup aisle. I could do like H&M or Forever 21 or like one of those kinds of like clothing stores. I could do like home decor stuff, whatever you guys want. So let me know what you guys like best. I hope you're all having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.